What if the habit that rebuilds your entire life takes less than 1 minute a day? The 30-day micro-habit that will completely rebuild your life is not a big dramatic change. It is not a perfect routine. It is not a whole lifestyle reboot. It is something much smaller, simpler, and far stronger. One consistent micro-habit. Micro-habits are the tiny actions you can repeat daily without fail. They require almost no energy, no force, no overwhelm, yet they create powerful transformation because your brain responds to consistency more than intensity. Micro habits are small, but they rewire your identity. The reason most people never change their life is not because change is hard. It is because starting together requires energy, motivation, and willpower, and those are not reliable. But a micro habit is so small that you can complete it even on your worst day, and that makes it almost unbreakable. Let me explain how powerful this is. Your life today is your identity. Your identity is built on your repeated actions, and your repeated actions are the habits you chose, intentionally or by accident. If you want a real transformation, you must rebuild your identity. And identity always starts with tiny, repeatable behaviors, simple enough to embed into your daily self. One person who seemed lost started daily promises and broke all of them. They wanted to do more, change faster, fix everything immediately. But they failed again and again, not because they didn't have potential, but because their habits were built on too much pressure. Then one day they heard about one micro habit for 30 days, just 1 minute of a focus practice, perfectly small. They started. Day 1, easy. Day 2, done. Day 3, resistance appeared, and the brain whispered, "This is pointless." But micro habits win because you can't fail them all. You can always do 1 minute. Day 7, identity shift begins. I am doing this. Day 14, the brain rewires. The habit becomes automatic. Day 21, momentum builds. Now they don't have to try, they just do. Day 30, transformation, not dramatic, but deep. Self-trust returned. Clarity improved. Focus strengthened. The mentality shifted from "I hope to change my life" to "I am the type of person who takes action daily." One micro habit rebuilt their discipline, the identity shift, and the belief that they can change. This is your turn. Micro habits look small, but they build massive compounding results because your brain does not measure the size of an action. It measures the frequency and the identity attached to it. For 30 days, choose the micro habit that feels so easy it takes skill to not do it. Examples: 1 single push-up, 1 minute stretch, 1 page of reading, 1 sentence in a journal, 1 deep breath before starting your day, 1 act of kindness, 1 cup of water when you wake up, 1 task completed before touching your phone. It is not even the action itself that matters most. It is the identity you are building. The identity of someone who is consistent. The identity of someone who shows up. The identity of someone who keeps their promises. The identity of someone who will change. With a micro habit, you are proving to yourself for even days straight, I am capable of change. Let's explain your 30-day transformation. Days 1, 2, 3. You feel hopeful and curious, like this is finally something you can do. Days 4 to 7. Your brain resists, making excuses, but the habit is so small that you still complete it. Days 8 to 14. You start feeling proud. You notice a light shift in your energy and mindset. Days 15 to 21. The habit becomes automatic. Your identity begins rewiring. You become the person who does this. Days 22 to 30, you feel clarity, level focus, and calm you didn't have before. The transformation is internal but strong. People around you notice it but can't explain it. You can. Your identity changed, and now your life changes accordingly. This is why micro habits are unstoppable. You remove the overwhelm, you remove resistance, you just show up. And showing up daily is the greatest power any human being can build. Small actions repeated daily create extraordinary results. You may not see the change instantly, but you feel it in your confidence, in self-respect, in self-control, in your energy, in your focus, in your discipline. And that energy changes everything else in your life. Your relationships change. Your self-image changes. Your future changes. You are building the version of yourself who can handle the rest of your goals. Micro habits are the foundation of massive transformation. The question is not, can this work for me? The question is, which micro habit will I choose? Choose one. Start today. Repeat tomorrow. Build identity. Build momentum. Build a new life. 30 days from now, you will not just have a habit. You will have proof that you can completely rebuild your life, starting with one micro action a day.